car chatting about Liv's life. I'm waiting for my Cowboy Carter experience. I don't know if I did a video since I had new hair, but I have new hair and I'm starting to love it. These are the little the twists, and I'm thinking about locking it up, so stay tuned for that. You guys, I had locks before. Are interested in that journey, you can go back not a couple videos, like 2022 I think. Anyways, we're car chatting about Liv's life. I'm actually on my way to Target because I put on this outfit. I'm very like no effort, relaxed, but no effort looks, especially in the summer. I shouldn't say no effort, low effort looks in the summer with detail, so it looks like I actually tried to put an outfit together, and that's what I did. But I remembered last time I wore this shirt, I went to Chick-fil-A and I spilled the dressing all over this shirt. I washed it, stain treated and everything, but it's still stained, and I didn't realize it until I had like put on my clothes and looked in the full-length mirror. Saw this big ass stain. Damn. So I'm headed to Target to try to see if I can get another one. I got this like 2 weeks ago, so hopefully, fingers crossed, they still have it and in my size. Anyways, Liv's life. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. So I'm gonna get to my destination, park, get a beverage, and then we'll talk. Okay, so Liv, I got a comment, and I thought this comment was really interesting, and I wanted to discuss it with you guys because I had never heard this perspective. I had never really thought about, well, I'm not gonna lie, I thought about it from this perspective, but the commenter put it so eloquently, so hopefully you guys, we can open up a conversation about it. Okay, so she says, this is from, oh, her username is very, very unique. I'm not gonna do all that, but I think her name is Tiara, and she says, I might be in the minority here, but leaving the Webb kids is the best thing she could have done until she puts in the work to heal from that relationship. As long as she still holds on to what they had, she will never be good to them, nor will she be able to give them what they deserve, because she's still blindsided by the past. When she had them, it wasn't about them. It was about him. Okay, capital letters, him. Right now, they are not missing anything. She does more damage coming to and out over the last 5 years than she would if she would really heal, move on, and come back for them. And I totally 100% agree with this comment, Tiara. I think you put it so eloquently, and everything you said in this comment was very, very true, very raw, very real, and I totally agree with you. The part that I'm not on board with is the fact that if sis was really on some healing stuff, she would not be constantly still coming online seeking validation, seeking attention, seeking relevance. Okay, how do I know this? Because Liv's last not her last video, but her video titled her live, it was her live, and it was, okay, the name of the live is Okay Now What Was Said, and she's sitting on the bay, just again shooting the shit, interacting with the chat or whatnot. She starts off the video by telling us about her workout and giving a so-called update on her 2 children that she has allegedly with her. They're getting big. They're almost potty trained. One started walking and losing weight, but she's getting chunky again. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, see, and that to me is you seeking something. Like, you dress it up as coming to just talk with the people and you want to give an update about the kids, but again, you have more than those 2 kids and you don't give an update on them. So you're seeking something right there. That to me is an indication that you came to either disturb somebody's peace or you came to get something for yourself. Because no way you came online just to say, give the people an update about the kids. Genuinely, right? I don't know. And so that live, she really wasn't talking about nothing. But another thing I wanted to talk about is everyone, this is like 90% of my comment section, is saying that Liv's life is on her bullshit. She's faking. She's just not in an environment where she can be herself, so on and so forth. Once she gets her own place, it's gonna be back to the shenanigans. And I want to know how y'all know that lady don't have her own place, because up until I want to say yesterday, she had been coming in like inconspicuous spots, right? She was like at a Starbucks, she's in a parking lot, she's on the beach, she's on the bay. But yesterday, her Move in Silence live was inside of a place that was not the gym. So the name of the live was My New Job, and she was in a place that was not the gym. She's like actually inside. I don't know where exactly, but she's against the wall with a light switch and in like an office chair or computer desk chair. And the name of the title is My New Job. Now, we know this lady don't have no job, okay? But she was in a place. So I was like, maybe she is in her own place. Maybe she's not living with her sister. We don't know. And honestly, I don't particularly care to know. I'm just responding to, what y'all been saying. It has been approximately a month since we've been aware that Liv's life moved from Texas to Florida. And I genuinely don't think that someone could change from years of toxic behavior. I don't think that you can be changed in a month just because you move to a new spot, especially when a majority of your problems or majority of the issues that you brought into your life came from the very behavior that you are still doing, which is posting online, going live. And one might say, oh, she's not doing it in the same format and that makes it different. But I don't agree with that, because the very bane of your existence, everything that you need to feed that ego comes from the internet. An ego is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. Okay, so I do believe that in order to be confident in who you are as a person, you do need to have a bit of ego, but there's a fine balance to that. And I believe that the bane of Liv's life, Liv basically, her ego is in charge. Her ego is in charge. You can tell because she's constantly coming live to seek validation from an audience. And I don't know exactly why she does this. It's really not, we may not ever know, but yeah, Liv, why don't you just record or film a day in my life Like, why don't you just film with some nice background music behind it? Every now and again, you can come in with a voiceover if you need to explain something. Post it and go about your day. And just do that. How come you don't do that? I would like to know that. Why don't you just film day in my life? Because, okay, let's say people will say, oh, no, it's about the money. It's about the money. A lot of y'all say that too. This is how she makes her money. And I get that. Like, you got to make money, right? But coming live every day to talk about how much you changed, and I mean, like, no, that's talk, right? Why don't you just post up videos of day in my life? You say you get up, you make lunch, you take the baby to school, you go to the gym and work out, you go to Starbucks, you walk around, you know, at the bay, at the beach. Why don't you just make those videos and not even talk? You know why you won't do that? You won't do that because you need energy from the live comments. You need energy from the chat. That's why you won't do it. I want to see you do that. Because if it's about the money, you could just post daily vlogs and handle your business. And so yeah, you guys, why do you guys think Liv doesn't post just daily vlogs? Why do you think she chooses to continue to constantly come live? I think it's because she needs energy from the chat. She's seeking validation. She want to see what the streets is talking about. Now, obviously, I could be dead wrong. Like, how do I know why that lady does what she does? I don't know. This is all just assumptions, right? But it just seems that something is being sought after, okay? And I really want to know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.